How's it going? Frankie of Mirth Films, and today, instead of doing a camera review, I decided to go get some prints made. And reason why I got these is because we're going to be vending this year's Memorial Meltdown up in Lake George, New York, and I wanted to stack up on prints for the summer, and I also wanted to kind of reflect on some of the shots that I've taken throughout the years, just because now I've been shooting since 2016, and I started to find photos that I like printing more than others, and realizing what is good to print and what isn't good to print. But today is just for purely reflecting and just looking back at some of the shots. There's going to be a lot of jam band shots, a lot of twiddle shots, just because of the nature of Memorial Meltdown. But figured do the opening right here, keeping it real. Start with the first packet. We got 89 photos total. Looking at all of them individually. Maybe we'll skip over some for just time's sake, but here we go. So, first photo right here. This photo was taken February 14th, 2020 at the Palace Theater, Twiddle. I remember taking this shot and immediately knowing it was going to be one of my favorite shots I've ever taken of the band. Big thanks to them as well, because they brought Mirth Films on the road for that two-night run, which was Palace Theater and up at the State Theater in Portland, Maine. And so Dempsey with Mahaly from the backside of the stage looking out. Love the colors. Herm Lights always does a great job with the lighting design for the band. So, next photo. We got Jesus. Jesus, this is from, actually, I think it's July 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2021. Took this photo, just right side stage while Lettuce was playing, two-night run right in Lake George. Such a fun time. This is when shows you had to have your own little pod, and but I think everybody ended up breaking out of the pods anyways. But this was awesome. I remember taking this photo, and I think just based upon the bokeh of the photo, I either took this with an 85 millimeter Canon or a what did I take this photo with? Whatever. Next photo. Got Al Schneer. This was a show that I went to on a whim. This was taken at in Lafayette, New York. I can't remember exactly what the venue was, but this was 2021. Reached out to the band's press manager like days before the show. They approved me, and I love this photo because of how sharp it is, and this band just means a lot to me. So really fun taking that one. We got another one. This was this was just a very candid moment. This was set to February 14th, 2020 at Palace Theater with Twiddle. Once again, this is Gub laying on the ground. He walked out before the band even started, and it was just a cool moment. And I was there, right time, right place type of thing. I think it was turning on all the cameras, but love this guy, love this band. Can't wait to see him at Meltdown once again. Next, we have, actually, I think this was the first SPAC concert I ever shot in my life. This was 2016. This was while I was with New York State Music. It's a photo of Derek Trucks with Susan Deteshi. And this was one of my first rock star moments. Like, first off, being in the pit at SPAC is just super cool. And secondly, I always loved the Allman Brothers. Didn't know much about TTB, but just being that close to Derek Trucks at that point in time and seeing them both in their moment having a fucking ball. This was taken, I think, on a Canon 70D APS-C sensor. Not even a great camera, but I just love, I don't know, Susan's smile in the picture, and then, I mean, the slide master himself right here on the left. Got another Susan picture. I think this is from the year after. Got a Derek Trucks picture. And this photo was actually taken on my cell phone while I was out seeing Fish at the Gorge in 2021. One of the most beautiful venues in all of the United States. Just a killer sunset with one of my favorite bands of all time. Rocking out to thousands of people. Night 1 of 3 at the Gorge 2021. Highly recommend going to the Gorge. Now we're getting into some just some drone shots that I printed just throughout the years up in the Adirondacks. I felt like we had to have some drone shots for Memorial Meltdown. Speaking, we're going to be in the heart of Lake George Village, and so this one I took in 2017. Really didn't know shit when it came to flying drones, but I took this and knew this one was going to be one that I would love forever. And then it ended up getting the front cover of a magazine, an Adirondack-based magazine. And yes, I love this shot. I took this with a DJI Phantom 3 monster of a drone. I ended up sinking the drone just weeks later, but yeah, had a lot of fun taking this one. Next, this was a big moment for me, shooting Metallica. Metallica was one of my favorite bands of all time, still is, but when I grew up, I would eat, sleep, live thrash metal. This was just a great moment, and this was front of house, and James Hetfield, Papa Hat, right there, boom. Next, we got the Wah Master himself, Kirk Hammett. Nice little black and white photo. Try to speed this up a little bit here. We got a shit ton of photos to go through. This one was taken in recent times, last fall. I remember popping this drone. This is one of those things where when you're flying or you're taking photos, always look at things in different perspectives, because if I didn't turn my drone around for this, I would have never gotten this shot, and it would never been one of my favorite photos I've ever taken. Simply turned the photo, turned my drone around, facing, looking out the lake with this pond, near peak foliage in the Adirondacks. This shot was taken actually in between Bowen Landing and Lake George, but yeah, definitely always, again, just, always look at things as differently as you can, because you never know what you're going to end up with, and it might be something you're just really proud of or really happy to have in your portfolio. So love this shot. This one's not for sale. This one, a lot of meaning to me, and Palace Theater is one of my favorite venues of all time, and being able to premiere Grappling Greg right on the big screen at the Palace Theater was just, I was speechless, and I was too nervous to sit actually in the crowd to watch my own movie, so I watched it from the back side of the screen, and just hearing people roar for Greg, and just, no one's seen this video that I've made at this point other than Kim Neaton, and getting that approval from the crowd, like, hey, this movie's not too bad. Like, it melted my heart, and thank you, Greg Bell. Thank you, Palace Theater. Next, we got the Golden Gate Bridge. Probably shouldn't have taken this photo at all, but I did, and it was one of those once-in-a-lifetime moments. First time going to San Francisco, and popped the DJI Mavic Mini, a $350 drone at the time, and yeah, it did what it had to do. It got the shot, and every time I look at this, I automatically think of the Full House intro. Next, this is a blast from the past, 2018 Cohoes Music Hall. We got two of the most powerful women in the jam band scene, let alone music, right here, Turquoise, Shira Ellis, and we also have Sammy Garrett. Took this, I can't even remember what kind of condition I was in, but this was a hell of a show, and goddamn do I miss this band. Next, we got a little drone shot from 80K Music Festival 2018, 2 stages. We got another one. This was one of my early on favorite festival shots that I've taken. Can't say I'm really a fan of this print specifically, just because this is an 8x10 and I took it 16x9, the photo itself, so it looks like we're cutting off some information over here. So maybe you'll find this one discounted on the Memorial Meltdown grounds. Next, we got Gub. I believe this is 80K Fest 2018 as well. I'm almost 100% sure. This was the last time Goose ever was in Lake George. This is at an after party at 80K Music Fest 2018, playing to a crowd of about 200, 250 people. And I mean, who would have known? I mean, what a talented band. And just to even have them at the festival at some point in time was just awesome. We got Chuck here, 80K Fest 2021. This is the first time Mo ever played 80K Music Festival. Love this guy, Satan. So happy to have him back. I probably took this photo literally like 10 shots after I took that last photo. Robbie D, Robert Durhack of Mo, bassist, Madman. Who knows, maybe they'll be back one day at 80K Music Festival, but just to have them in the hometown, so awesome. Got another one, nice little 80K Music Festival front of house shot, Mo. And for those who don't know, I am from Lake George, and Lake George has a lot of meaning to me, and my friends and I grew up literally blocks away from the festival ground, so to be able to have that happening right next to the skate park we got built is just so awesome. 80K Music Festival 2019. I love this shot. This was when I was really trying to push the usage of the Canon 50mm f1.2. Love the bokeh, and especially shooting the 51.2 at a range a little farther than just your close-up portrait. You're going to tend to nail the focus a little better. So love the shot of Mont Bleu. Another 80K Music Festival drone shot. Yet another 80K Fest Music Festival. Jesus Christ. Another 80K Music Fest shot. One of my favorite people to take photos of, Haley Jane and the Primates. This at the time was supposed to be one of their last shows they ever played. 80K, like I said, 80K Fest 2019, 51.2. Such a powerful person. And we got another one from that set as well. This was one of my favorites I've ever taken. Just the deep bokeh, her looking right into the crowd. I mean, she really poured all of her energy in that day. Here's another one. I love the colors of this shot. This is Twiddle at, I believe, either 80K Music Festival 2019 or, I don't know. It had to be 2019 because Mahali has his haircut in this one. But it just, I think the colors, again, for me, that's why I like that one. This was Gubbelitis 2019 80K Music Festival. Great set of music, and it's cool getting something like this together because, you know, you get a collaborative of different musicians through the jam scene all together in one, kind of like an everyone orchestra thing. Prince Bowie, any of those side project things. I big fan of that stuff. This is Haley Jane literally riling up the crowd. Women rock. This was just a great set overall once again. Right here we got Pink Talking Fish with Greg Ormond from Jesus Christ, from Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, performing Yem. And I remember watching them practicing the You Enjoy Myself dance backstage, all together to get in synchronization for this sit-in, and goddamn, what was that fun. Next, we got Jeremy Scon. I don't know how exactly you pronounce his last name, but Pigeons right here, 80K Fest 2019. We got Ben, another shot from Pigeons that year. We got Jake Brownstein, the multi-talented Jake Brownstein of Eggy. This is 80K Music Festival 2021. Took this on a Panasonic GH5. This shot just goes to show, hey, doesn't matter what kind of sensor you have with the camera you're using. If you know what you're doing, you're going to get the shot that you like. And this one, I mean, crystal clear. Micro Four Thirds sensor. I blew this up on an 8x10, and I don't see any grain whatsoever. Love this shot. Literally same example. We got a little grain here in the back, but this is one of my favorite front of house shots I've ever gotten across the board. Such in the moment thing. Everybody's losing their mind to twiddle. I mean, who wouldn't? Next we got Where's Norb? There he is, right there. This was, I can't remember, maybe Rock the Dock, maybe 80K 2021. Gotta have a Norb shot. Next we got Dogs in a motherfucking pile. Jimmy laid down the law. Yeah, Sam in the back here. Nice little fisheye shot. Again, shot on a Panasonic GH5. Next, this is right as Robbie D is getting on the stage for the second set of night 2 at 80K Music Fest 2021. Throwing up the horns, man. I mean, this is what it's all about. And we got another one, Mont Bleu in the zone, in the moment. And just big shout out to the Sony a7 IV eye autofocus right to Ryan's face. That's pretty awesome. We got a smiling Greg Ormond, 80K Music Festival 2022. Good times. And then we got Jimmy Law. This was one of my favorite shots of the whole weekend. Took this on a 70-200 f2.8 Canon attached to a Sony a7 R4. But now we are on to the next one, as Black Eyed Peas would say. Or is it Jay-Z? I believe it's Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, nice little shot from 80K 2022. Got some more 80K Fest shots. Again, these all will be available Memorial Meltdown weekend, this upcoming weekend. Another 80K Music Festival shot. Al Schnizzle. This is one of my favorite shots of all time. Haley Jane and the Primates. This is 80K Fest 2022. Her in the moment. This is a very candid moment. I'm not the best at getting candid shots, but I was very happy about this one. Another Jane. This one was nice and sharp. Holy moly. We got Compa, Robbie C, Dopapod. First time being on 80K Fest lineup. That was cool. Was special. Nothing to say then. Was special. Love these guys. Another candid moment. Maybe I'm alright at these, but this is Eli Winderman looking out on the 80K Music Festival crowd right after a rainstorm that put out Freak Bass. This was a good time. Side stage with Robbie D. This is Andy Frasco at House of Blues in Boston, Massachusetts, Halloween weekend 2019. Big shout out to MK Devo for bringing me out for this one. And let me photograph Andy before the pigeon set, which we were there to work. And this was just freaking awesome. I felt like a rock star because I was working around rock stars. And another one of those 2-night runs. Ended up going to the PlayStation Theater the night after with these guys. 2019. Hell yeah, man. Next, we got my first real, I would say, like theater show I've ever shot, and this is Bella Fleck and the Flecktones, Victor Wooten, Bella Fleck right here. Love these guys, and hope to see them again sometime soon. This was taken while I was on a real estate shoot. It's another one of the situations where I just turn my drone around, and I love this because you get off exit 21. This is where you get off and turn on to get into the village of Lake George, and I love this shot because it was not planned, and it's a new angle that I can go back during different seasons of the year to go and capture. Got Mike Ganser, Death Kings, Humphreys, McGee After Party at Empire Underground. This was another one here. We got Eli Winderman. This was very recent, 4/19 Bicycle Day 2023 at Putnam Place, my favorite venue of all time, club size wise. Love this band, love that venue. You got Keller, Mr. Keller Williams, not the real estate agent, the guitarist. This is near Lake Placid, Keene Valley. Nice little drone shot. I was really on one that year trying to capture as much drone shots as possible. This is 2021, and during COVID, there's not much to do. So, hey, what better social distancing than sitting in the car, listening to some tunes, driving around the Adirondacks, and getting some shots. This is another one. I think I took this one. Yeah, just going for a drive. Lake Placid. This is October 2021. Same with this, October 2021. Probably same location. Never really make it up to Luzerne a lot, but Lake Luzerne. Take a left off exit 2021. It'll get you there. This is probably not the lake itself. It may be. I don't know. But this was taken in that relative area. Next, we got the ski jumps in the fall. Fall time in the 80K, no better time. And Wild in the Trees happens in the fall, so I better see you all there. We got Lettuce group shot. I remember there was somebody scrambling to try to find a photographer after Lettuce's second night to get this shot in the moment, and I happened to have my camera on me. I was the closest photographer, got the shot. A lot of fun. This is Jesus Blessing Up here, getting the crowd going for night 2. Another Lettuce shot. I know the dude. I don't want to pronounce his last name wrong, but such a cool fucking day. Nothing better than some funk music in July. This is I don't even know what you would call it. Buttermilk Falls. This is like this is one of the bays. I should know this. Being in Lake George, I should know which bay this is. But this is Log Bay. This is a shot I took in Log Bay. You can actually walk right in trail wise. You don't have to take a boat. And if you need to figure that out, just go online, Google it. Next, we got Mahali. A little more Mahali. And hey, we all need to get a nap in, especially if you're a touring musician. Where's Norb? There he is, sleeping right there on the keys. Now, here we go. It's all about Ain't No I and Friends. This is the Twiddle fam, Twiddle Nation, led by the one and only Eddie Shetman. I hope I pronounced your name right, man. You got Where's Norb Smiling? Any day he's smiling is a good day. There you are, Norb. Another front of house shot. Another 80K shot from the drone. Adrian Tramontano with bass, drum and bass right here. That's it. That's the definition. at Jim for Mo on Instagram. This was taken Empire State Plaza 2022. Dead & Company canceled their shows for some reason, and 5,000 hippies showed up at Empire State Plaza to fill the crowd. This was another one from that day. This is Rob with Al, taken from the back. This was a fun one. This was such a good day. And think about it, free Mo show, come on. Next we got Chuck, Satan, hail him. Another Robbie Dizzle shot. This was a special one Mo brought us on for to record 2 nights back at the Palace, first time since 2018. They got this Mo Street that day, right on South Pearl, right in the Palace, right literally in one of the places that they called home at one point, and another right time, right place type of thing. Love these guys, one of my favorite bands of all time. This shot meant a lot to me as well. Just Chuck, seeing Chuck play again, man, that melts your heart. With Rob right here. This is taken looking out at the Palace. This is 2/24, 2/25, 2023. This one I love because this is Mahali at his best. And I remember, this is Meltdown 2017. And I remember at that point in time, Twiddle's blowing up. And people are talking shit about them, and I just wasn't I don't know, I didn't like that. First off, these guys made it on their own, so you got to give them that. And number two, their fucking music rocks. So they're playing this festival, Meltdown 2017. At this point, they're probably just as big as Mo. Already played the Capitol Theater, and this is them showing it how it's done. And I think they won over a lot of those shit talkers that day. It was a Sunday show, and they gave it their all. So go and see Twiddle while you still can. This is their last year playing before they go on a temporary hiatus. So go do your part. Next we got Les Primus. We got Les Claypool of Primus. Primus sucks. Another one right here. Primus sucks. Now we got here. This was a fun day. This was Solomon and Friends with Pappy, Gub, and then you had Ciro Baptista from Trey Anastasio band up at Double E in Essex Junction, Vermont. Great day. 2021. I say great day so many times. These are all great days, though. I love going out and shooting, and if I'm shooting a concert, I'm in my best atmosphere, and so fuck it. Every day is a great day, right? Next we got Mahali. This was just like a power statement to me. I like how he's just like has his hand out on his back, looking out to the crowd, probably letting that sustain go. And this was again 2/14/2020, Palace Theater. Great day. Next we got Gub. I believe this was taken at the Paramount Theater in Rutland, Vermont in 2019 or early 2020. I can't remember, but I like this because it's kind of a silhouette of his face. You can't see him. There's a lot of personality to the shot. Great time. I think that was like a White Light Foundation benefit show. And then we also have another Mahali from the back shot. Look at that. Woohoo! Then this is Twiddle selling out the Paradise Rock Club right before they go and play their New Year's Eve show at Paradise Rock Club, like I just said. And this was a good time. This was the first time I was back there since going to see my first Dope Pod show in 2012 and getting sneaking in only to then. Actually, I don't think I got kicked out. One of my friends did, but yeah, what a legendary venue. Go there yeah, great place. And then lastly, this is literally the night after. This was Twiddle New Year's Eve 2019. Too Many Zoos opened it up. And then, yeah, Twiddle just got on, rocked it for 2 sets, maybe 3 sets. I can't remember. It was a long day. But we were just simply had all access pass, me and my buddy Tom Schassler, Kyle Frisbee. And we were there the whole weekend. And really cool. Just, I don't know. Seeing these guys in different steps of their life. I mean, I didn't know Twiddle at a young age or anything like that, but I started seeing him right around that 2012 time. Saw him at small venues like the Putnam Den, now the Putnam Place, and then you see them at the Palace Theater or playing huge headlining festivals. I mean, you got to give these guys a huge pat on the back for doing what they've been able to do for, what has it been, 20 years now? 2004? Is that when they started? I can't remember. But yes, so all these photos right here that I just went through are going to be available at Memorial Meltdown in Lake George, New York this weekend. They're going to be on sale along with our merchandise like t-shirts, tie-dyes, stickers. We're going to have a whole bunch of other stuff, posters, you name it. Come say hello. Brett Porter will be working the booth, and you can find me there at some points throughout the day. But today, instead of doing a camera review, since I had to print these photos anyways for Memorial Meltdown, I really wanted to go through and just check out some of the stuff that I've done. I mean, when you're busy, sometimes it's hard to reflect, and you don't realize some of the shots you took, and you're like, wow, I didn't know I took that, because you think of something else from that batch of photos that stood out to you in that point in time. But yeah, it's never bad to reflect. I mean, don't obsess over the photos you shot, because you don't ever want to stay stagnant and thinking in the same, I don't know, like wavelength of what you've done before, because you always want to be better than you are the next day. And so while I don't get to do this a lot, I am very happy I did, and thank you for watching this video. Again, my name is Frank of Mirth Films. Please subscribe if you haven't already to the Mirth Films YouTube channel. That helps us the most, and I can't wait to see you all at Memorial Meltdown 2023.